chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness. She is the Slayer.
Well, yeah. Boy, it doesn't get more 90s than that intro, does it? Okay, never mind. Yes, it does.
But James Spader.
He needs to call me.
James Spader? Well, there's a random name I haven't heard in a while. Wow, was he some kind of dreamboat back in the 90s or something? Well, shoot, can you call me too?
You gotta know you've seen the softer side of Sears.
Oh, well, my mom picked it out.
No wonder you're such a guy magnet. Are you done?
Oh.
What? The popular girl isn't very nice? I'm shocked. And you know, you got a lot of nerve making fun of Willow's clothes considering you're wearing snot green velvet pants. Like, where did you go dumpster diving last night?
Because it's the weirdest thing. He's got two little holes in his neck and all his blood's been drained. Isn't that bizarre? Aren't you just going, ooh?
What? Can we just watch that again?
Isn't that bizarre? Aren't you just going, ooh?
Boy, just really selling it there, aren't you, Buffy?
Take a bit in the head.
Okay, let me get this straight here. This guy is dressed in an out-of-date fashion, and that means he's a vampire? Can you imagine if they made the show today? Like, Buffy just walks around San Francisco for 5 minutes. There's vampires everywhere!
Darla.
What? Darla, you okay?
Hey, what's your name?
And then the end, Buffy finds it.
Those vocal exercises? Ma! See ya.
Okay, well, movie's just starting right out with that, huh? Now, there's a lot going on here, but I do have one major concern, which is, why does Gabriella turn 270 degrees in the opposite direction just to walk away? Like, what a weirdo. We then flash sideways.
Inspiration, but perspiration.
You telling me you want to watch a bunch of high school teenagers getting all hot and sweaty? Is that what you're saying to me right now? What kind of club is this? After a hard...
Promise.
After this, Troy realizes that he's in a High School Musical movie. And also that he's really late for his date with Gabriella.
Your shoes don't match, though. Huh? Kidding.
You know, Troy, you got your choice between Sharpay and Gabriella, so like, I don't know, maybe you should just be single for a while, you know what I'm saying?
We look nothing alike. Look at our hair. Look at our hands. Look at our bodies. Was I adopted or something?
Adopted? What, you think I would have picked you on purpose? Ha! But still, growing curiouser and
Related to you.
I knew it! All those times you told me, I'm your mom, do what I say. Liar! Guess what, lady I don't even know? Joke's on you. I guess that means I can stay up all night eating ice cream and watch Land Before News. They all decide to meet up, and we learn the unfortunate truth about their real daughter, Daphne.
Daphne, this is Bay. Bay Daphne.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, that's right. She is a redhead. Now, later, make Landon forget everything, because, you know, he's a normie.
Forget everything you've seen or learned since last night.
Bet. Do you think that's where it's gonna end? Nope.
Are you two out of your minds? How could I forget any of this?
MJ, did you do it wrong?
No, I didn't do it wrong.
Flashing sideways back to Raphael, one of the girls giving him a tour decides to share some information that nobody asked for.
Guys like you make me nervous.
Guys like me.
You know, hot, angry, damaged.
You know, you think you like guys like that, but let me tell you, okay, you are in for a life of misery, my friend. But I mean, I get it, you know, like I used to think that I was into those manic pixie girls or whatever they're called, but turns out they don't have an off switch or anything, and they're just like that all the time. She's cute, looks like she's got a good head on her shoulders, whatever that means. And you think to yourself, you know, I think I'd like to get to know her better. But then you flash forward a couple weeks and she's showing you her collection of like headless dolls and jars of toenails or whatever. I mean, let me tell you, it happens every time, right guys? Anybody? No? Just me? Anyway, so she leaves and Landon's cell door mysteriously opens. Successfully wiped Landon's memory, and he says goodbye to his brother and leaves to return to his normal life, blissfully unaware of the school and werewolves and hope and superpowers and all that kind of stuff. Just kidding! His memory wasn't wiped at all. He was just pretending. And get this, before he left the school, he stole some like magic knife or whatever. You know, it's almost like maybe he has superpowers of his own.
What?
From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire.
Well, it's good to know you're always looking on the bright side of things there, Bella. Now, the entire rest of this scene is literally just Edward saying, marry me, and Bella being like, nah.
Marry me.
Which, you know, I gotta say, okay, I respect. Like, I kind of figured you were just gonna throw yourself at him, but you surprised me, Bella. Maybe I was wrong about you.
You feel something else for me. You just won't admit it.
Yeah, Jacob, all I'm feeling right now is that bag of sugarless gummy bears I just had, so you think maybe we could speed this up? But like, really though, this whole scene is giving me some serious like high school PTSD flashbacks of myself talking to literally any girl who said one sentence to me. Hi Alex, how was your weekend? I know you're in love with me. Why else would you speak in my general direction? Just admit it.
I was not prepared. Wasn't prepared for
Bella's
this.
scent. A red blouse.
They're after Bella?
You know, it sure seems like everyone everywhere just wants Bella, you know, just Little Miss Popular over here, biting her lip into hearts across the world. Anyways, your life. Now, as the vampire army approaches, Bella goes around trying to give herself an infection, I guess. And Edward and Jacob decide that maybe she should go somewhere else. So they take her up to the top of some mountain somewhere for a little camping trip, but a storm rolls in, the temperature drops, and things once again start getting a little awkward.
Forget it. She may need her toes someday. And let's face it, I am hotter than you.
Do you get it? He said he's hotter, and he means body temperature, but also he means that he's better looking. So it's like double meaning. Do you get it?
Not missing a beat, Jacob hops in the sleeping bag with Bella and warms her up. Now, after Bella falls asleep, Jacob and Edward have a little heart-to-heart talk where Jacob's like, dude, and then Edward's like, dude, and then they're both like, dude, or something like that.
Please feel free to watch and decide for yourselves.
But anyway, some of you watched it and told me that I really should keep going with the show because somehow it gets even weirder. And I was thinking to myself, how could this show possibly get any weirder? Well, I took your advice. After I heard that it got renewed for season 2, I sat down and watched the entire first season. And oh boy, I was not ready. I was not mentally or emotionally prepared for what I was about to watch. Now, usually in these videos, I go over like maybe 1 or 2 episodes, or in the case of Riverdale, I usually group like 3 or 4 together. But this time, I watched the entire 12-episode season, and my plan was to just kind of summarize it and like, you know, give my thoughts or whatever. But like, how do you even begin to summarize this show? If you've seen it, just try to explain to someone, okay? I dare you. You just end up sounding like a 5-year-old on bath salts.
There was this fat girl, and she got punched by a homeless man, and then she got skinny, and she tried to kill the homeless man, but she didn't, but he still died. And then she likes the hot guy, but then there's another hot guy, and she likes him, but then she likes the first guy, but then she likes the second guy, but then she likes the first guy again. And she thought the second guy got her pregnant, but actually it was her twin inside of her. But actually it was a demon. But actually it wasn't. And then she almost kills a girl. And then she kills the second guy. And then she kills a grandma.
What the heck are you talking about, Johnny? But this show just takes both of these premises and just throws them right in the trash. Like the first episode, she gets skinny. The second episode, she goes to school and everyone's like, whoa, who's the new hot girl?
Also, can we just appreciate this girl's side eye over here? Well, gee, you never look at me like that, Jason.
And from the show, in theory, but not a lot really happens with it. And like seriously, the entire last third or so of the show just focuses on Bob coming out as maybe gay and how this affects his marriage or whatever. But like if you've watched the show for even 10 minutes, this is the least surprising plot twist maybe ever.
I can't do this. I am not like you.
You can. We just need to get you through tonight without you falling apart.
Me? What about you? Who knows who you may come out tonight? Oh my God. Oh, I'm dizzy. I can't feel my hands. Oh my God.
Well, I sure didn't see that one coming. No, sir.
So, ridiculousness of the rest of the show kind of ruins like any serious emotional weight that they were trying to have. Like Patty's friend Nani, for example, comes out as a lesbian, and her journey itself is actually written pretty well, I think.
I've ruined everything. No, you didn't. Nothing has to change. Of course it does. Wait. Everything's different now. Why? I don't care. Oh my God, you always make it about you!
But like, you can't really take it seriously when you have to deal with all of this at the same time.
Hey, down here. Yeah, it's me, the donut.
Oh, this could have been a pretty interesting look at like OCD or body dysmorphia or something like that. But then the very next episode, she dresses up as a hot dog, steals a Wienermobile, and then tries to kidnap another beauty pageant contestant girl. So like, how am I supposed to take anything seriously?
And don't even get me started on the whole secret twin demon possession pregnancy story arc. And by the way, yes, this is 100%
I
real.
love Netflix. They have a lot of good movies, good shows, whatever. They've given us a lot. But I gotta ask, if shows like this get approved, what kind of shows do they reject? I mean, how much of an incomprehensible garbage pile does a show have to be for Netflix to finally say, hey, whoa, okay, we have standards here? Like, it's gotta be the same people who keep funding Adam Sandler movies. Okay, guys, so Adam Sandler has really bad diarrhea, and the only way he can stop it is to take a dump in every bathroom in New York City. Adam Sandler is Dingle Dropper. I've seen a lot of shows over this past year or so making these videos, and generally, I like all of them to varying degrees. I mean, no show or movie is perfect, obviously, but usually there's always something I can latch onto and enjoy. But Insatiable, like, it's not even just that it's bad, it's just so confusing as to why it got made at all. Like, these shows, even on Netflix, right, they have to go through several steps and committees and approval processes and all this stuff just to get made. And you're telling me everyone gave the okay for this? Like, really, Insatiable is just, it's just really something. This week.